The way I operate, the others don't want to operate that way. My policy is to just come there, get them out by force, the same way they came in. Because you fight fire with fire.
Welcome to this week's Say It Loud on GhanaWeb TV. There's been a lot of talk about a skating park here in Accra and a lot of controversies about who owns this land or not. Now we're here to speak to the actual owner of the land, Kwame. And Kwame is going to give us all the details about that land and whether or not there are any links to the LGBTQ plus community. Kwame, let's begin from what we know. We know that this land was or is being used for a skating park. Correct. Is that true?
That is correct.
Okay, so who owns that land?
This is an NGO run by Self Ghana, which is owned by Sandy Aribo, but I am the owner of the land.
You own the land?
And the house next to it, yes, correct.
Okay, all right. Now, your tenants are Self Ghana?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, what is really the issue with the land? Is there any issue at all?
Now we don't have an issue with the land. The main issue is that we have a scammer, as they call them, or land grabbers, who falsify documents, look for loopholes in the policies, and try to claim a land. So that man who happened to come to my property has been there before. He has been there 2 years ago. He has been there when my mother was alive. And how come he has not taken it? He would always go away, but his new excuse right now is that I have the time. I've been on that property for 45 years.
45?
It was purchased in 1977.
Okay.
And you're coming to tell me right now that you have papers. This is out of the blues. It's complete insanity. But Mr. Kwashi was able to present himself. So
who is this Mr. Kwashi you mentioned?
He's unknown to me, to be honest. He's unknown. But he claims
is that the person claiming ownership to the land?
But to be honest, I think he has a backing, you know, because that man doesn't have that kind of money to do all that landscaping and construction that he's saying, reclaiming of his property, you know.
When you say backing, what kind of backing are you talking about?
To be honest, I have a feeling that he's been backed up by somebody.
Somebody,
I don't know who.
What?
I don't know.
In what kind of circles?
It's just financially.
Financially?
Yeah, because that property is located in a prime location. It's a hotspot, so there are definitely many people looking to grab it. So, of course, these are just speculations. I cannot say for a fact that it's not just him, but we've seen him in the past. That's not how he came.
Okay. So he comes back to the land to claim ownership?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now your tenants are Self Ghana. They are the ones running the skating park.
Correct.
Now that's where the main issue is. There are two schools of thoughts. The first one, that this place is just a skating park, and then the second one is that it has links to the LGBTQ plus community.
Okay. So first of all, let me just make things clear, okay?
Okay.
I am not here on behalf of Self Ghana.
Okay.
I'm on behalf of myself and on behalf of Ghana, first of all. You know, we all abide by Ghanaian policies right now, okay? And Mr. Akufo-Addo, he's a very wise man, very well-spoken man. Whatever he has to say, when he comes on the television, he's a very well-spoken man. The message is passed on clearly, regardless of the content of that message. But Mr. Saki Saliki, or whatever his name is,
Sakasalia,
that man claims to come and represent democracy. No, that one is not democracy, it's democracy. It's a demonstration of craze. I'm a Muslim man myself. You cannot say that, oh, there are people there recruiting homosexual kids. How can you recruit a homosexual? Recruiting a homosexual. And in Islam, it is haram. It is a sin for you to blame somebody and suspect somebody without valid proof. How can you say that Self Ghana is recruiting kids and making them homosexual? They are helping the community. They are starting something that you have not started. Something that's for the country. And all of a sudden, because media is surrounding that property, he wants to get involved, and because he's a politician in Ghana. I'm surprised how he's a politician for the NPP, to be honest, you know.
Okay, let's just stay on track. Let's not move to issues about Saka, because he's not here to actually respond to all of those
But his
things.
statements were shared. He came to my land to share it, obviously.
Okay, all right. Now let's go back to the land. There is a wall that's been built on the land.
Correct.
Are you the one building the wall?
That wall, I broke it down myself before I even used it.
So there was a wall there?
There was a wall there, I broke it down, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but we see that there's a new wall.
There's a new wall, yeah.
And who is actually building that
because
wall?
Because Mr. Sam Kwashi,
the person you claim is trying to take up your land.
He's a man who just popped out of nowhere, you know, because I am not present in the country, and the property is leased by non-Ghanaians, so he saw maybe
an opportunity.
It's a good time for me to come in and attack. And there was no security that was able to prevent his access. And he came with police officers. I don't know how the police officers will allow somebody to come in the property and just build things, but we're in Ghana. You know, we're in Ghana. So
I see.
Things can happen.
You say you have not been in the country. When did you return?
I returned in Ghana 7 years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's your property, much as it's been leased to...
Correct. I never inherited the property.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been leased now.
Correct.
Is there anything you are doing in particular to ensure that the other person who is trying to take up this land with a tenant there, you are protecting the interest of your tenants?
Oh yes, I'm doing everything that I can in my power. I attempted to go to the property yesterday to inspect it. I went there a few days ago as well. I confronted the workers over there, but you know, everybody has his own craze. The way I operate, the others don't want to operate that way. My policy is to just come there, get them out by force, the same way they came in. Because you fight fire with fire. He came with fire, you come back with fire. You don't have to go and call a lawyer or call a police officer to come and help you get it out. That's my land. That's my land. I have to do it in my way. That was the mistake.
How big is the land?
The whole property is about 0.50 acres.
50 acres?
Yes.
Is that what is being used as a skating board?
The skate park is approximately 0.3, I think.
Okay, so it's just a portion of the land?
It's just a portion, yes.
Okay.
Just a portion, yes.
That's a huge land.
Just a portion, yes. That's a huge land, yeah.
Can you give me an estimate of what that land could cost today?
How much would it cost? Actually,
this is at Shiashi.
If I would tell you the price, maybe I'll invite more Kwashe boys to come to the property.
Okay.
Since that's
right, but it's in the millions.
Sorry?
It's in the millions.
It's not in the millions. I will not say so. No, I won't be ridiculous. No.
Okay. All right. So right now, the park has been closed.
It's been closed, yes.
It's been closed. Wow, what is happening? So it's been closed. What's happening there?
You know, the tenants are fearful of Mr. Kwashi's revenge. But as I've told you, yesterday, I personally went to that park, you know, and the way you talk to boys, a boy pulled out marijuana, cannabis, and you are telling me you cannot gather evidence. Look, there is illegal activity going on in that place, and he's claiming to claim that property.
So the illegal activities you're talking about, are they linked to...
They're not linked to Self Ghana, no, to that place. To that place on its own. To that place on its own. How can
you mean the community?
The community is not linked with that at all. Self Ghana is a legal entity that's operating illegally in that place.
Okay.
They are not harboring any homosexuals or doing anything like that. You know, I understand that they hosted Harris, okay?
Yes.
And now, you know, in Ghana we have our own policies. We have our own cultures. I am not against LGBTQ, but America has no right to send somebody, an missionary, to come to Ghana, to tell Akufo-Addo to abide by American policies of LGBTQ. In America, kids are killing people in school. The jails are filled with black people. Why can't you talk about that thing? Why can she not talk about that thing? But she comes to Africa to lecture us about LGBTQ.
So you disagree that the fact that the U.S. Vice President visited this particular venue when she came to Ghana
recently? Not this particular venue, but the fact that she came here to talk to Mr. Addo about human rights, including LGBTQ.
Was Kamala not at your...
She was.
She was there?
She was, yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah.
So you are actually disputing the fact that because she visited there, then there could be any true links to the fact that the place could be used for...
No, you see, Kamala Harris, you know, Americans usually try to go to places that are, you know, upbeat, you know, that are new and hip in sound. Surf Ghana did miracles, and it was the first skate park in Ghana. And it's owned by a very strong lady, and, you know, she represents a strong female community in Ghana. So she probably thought that would be a right place for her to visit. You know, there are various artists, American artists, who have also visited that property. So in her right mind, in my right mind, I will visit Surf Ghana as well, you know.
Okay.
I will visit Surf Ghana as well. But other people in the community have a different opinion about this. So as that politician came on television and spoke against Surf Ghana, that is a big mistake. That's a big mistake. Inquire, gather evidence before you say you are converting homosexual children. This is ridiculous. That's like saying you want to convert a motorbike to a 4x4. Say, in this garage today we are converting motorbikes to 4x4. Bring your children. Like, that man is not, it's out of his mind. Something good is going on in that property.
Okay.
They are helping the community.
So I don't
he's talking about conversion.
So again, like, I don't want us to, because Saka is not here to actually respond.
I was not there when he was in my property.
Right.
I was not there as well.
We'll get the right platform for both of you. We want to just stick to this, but we'll return. I just want us to take a quick break. When we return, we'll understand more about this property and then all the details about it. So this is Say It Loud on GhanaWeb TV. We'll return shortly.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I don't me call one casa.
Alpha goodness rich in milk and butter. In Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
I'm still here with Kwame, who is a property owner here in Accra. That property that has come into the news lately over controversies about whether or not it's an LGBTQ plus headquarters or not. Kwame, now I want to know what that land looked like. I'm asking this because the owners of Surf have said that this land was more or less like a bush, or
it was a bush, but a nice bush, to be honest too.
Nice bush.
I used to enjoy that bush.
Okay, so what are you using that place for?
To be honest, it was a very landscape land there. And I have a good friend of mine, Captain Colin Tabaswing, who's an MP here in Ghana. So whenever he comes back from his missions, which are usually in the bush, he's comfortable there. So we go there and we sit down and we talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it becomes like a hangout spot.
A hangout spot. Okay. All right. Now, like your tenants who are actually at the place now, they say that when they came in, they changed the place because, and you make me understand that it's a waterlogged area. Is it still?
It is not technically a waterlogged area, but what it is that it's the last plot of the road, okay?
Okay.
And there's a fence. So if there was an issue once and the land got flooded. So basically why that happened was because first there was sand.
Okay.
So the land was permeable. It would absorb the water. But when they built a concrete slab, the water could no longer go down.
Okay.
So it flooded the area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Now, even though you are not speaking for Surf, I just want to, because you are passionate also about this.
Of course, yes.
You say they are dragging the name of a good institution. Now, how many children actually come to that place? The skating park.
I cannot give you a rough number. I'm not aware of that.
But you've seen a number of children there?
I've seen a number of children, yes. And it's a reasonable...
Do you yourself live in the area?
I don't live in the area. I don't live in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, like you mentioned, you don't. All right. So, but now I need to just appreciate whether or not this is something that is worrying you only because it's your land or not. What's the biggest concern for you now with all of these things that are going on?
You know what I don't like in this world are opportunists.
Okay.
You know, Fela Kuti says, a politician, like rat, they move from corner, passy, under, passy, right, passy. First, you become fellow journalist. That's what this man is doing. He has seen an opportunity to come and talk about something that he represents Islam. You do not represent Islam. I'm a Muslim man. You don't tell me that you can come to a property and say, though, these people represent LGBTQ. Do you even know what LGBTQ stands for? How can you say we are converting children into homosexuality? You cannot convert a child into homosexuality. He needs to be in touch or in contact with something in his lifestyle that changed him and made him so. But it's not a conversion, it's not skating that turns a child into homosexual. That's a very uneducated statement. And being a politician, you have to revise your statements. You need to go back home, you need to write it down, you need to know what you are saying on public media. But you know, he speaks for his crowd. He speaks for his crowd. As they say, they write big English for newspaper that we Africans. They use English that we don't understand and we say, hey, that's a big man talking.
Let me just get your views on this. There's also a bigger conversation around a supposed cabal that goes around to claim lands. Is this something, because you mentioned this Mr. Kwashi, who for the larger part of our conversation is not someone you say you've met, you don't know the person.
No.
It's just a name.
But he has told me he has come there before.
So the person has come there before?
Yeah, he told me he has come there before. When mother was alive.
You speak with the person on phone?
When mother was alive, he told me he was there.
Okay, so that means
he
the
tried
person
to
is
take
someone,
possession of the land, yeah.
This person is someone you are in touch with?
Yes, I spoke to him on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But do you agree that there's a cabal that goes around prime locations in Accra, to be specific, to actually claim or reclaim people's lands?
That's something that is very common in Ghana, I would say. It's not only in Ghana, you can see that in Kumasi. In Kumasi, the equivalent would be Galamsey boys. The Galamsey boys go around Kumasi looking for a property that is mining gold. Once the gold is mined, pam, they come and take it. Easy peasy, you know. These same guys are here, they have nothing to do. They go around the properties, go around prime locations, looking for properties that are, you know, abandoned or not taken care of. They look for a loophole in the policies and the regulations. They put their name there, and how are you going to fight them now? They can claim possession of the land. Progressive possession. What can you say? It's my property. Why are you prepared? Right?
So you just really feel that it's people who want to take over, and they don't do this through the legitimate processes?
Of course not. Of course not. There is a legitimate process, of course. You know, if you have been on a property for over 45 years or 20 or a long period of time, dozens of years or so, a person can actually claim possession of the land. And that's not only in Ghana. It happens in France as well. Yeah.
Okay. Now let me just zero in the conversation now. There is a way forward. We want to know what exactly do you want done now? You tell me about threats you receive.
No,
what are those?
They have received threats. The people living in that house.
Okay.
The workers on the side of the land, and that man has threatened them. According to them, of course. I have no full accountability of what I'm saying right now. But according to them, they have been threatened by these workers, so that's why they cannot access the park. Yeah.
So what's the way forward now? Do you deal with the police, by the way?
I don't deal with the police. I deal with the lawyers because I came late, of course. And when I came to Ghana, I was in Dubai.
Okay.
All my papers are located in a different country, so I came last minute to Ghana. And if you're going to meet police in Ghana, and a man has brought papers with him, a Kwashe boy, he has brought papers with him, he has definitely done a lot more to secure his back. So until my lawyer was ready, that's the only time I can meet. That is the only time that I can meet. And I said Monday is Monday. I am from this country. On this date, I will meet you on Monday. Simple and short. The guy tried to gain my attention by doing something silly on the land as well. Again, by pouring sand, by continuing construction. So he's just pushing my buttons, you know. But he has my attention now, definitely.
So what are you going to do now to help this? Because I know that there's an appeal online from Save Ghana to actually ensure that this land gets back into their hands and they're able to do what it is that they initially said.
There's an appeal.
Well,
How do you mean an appeal?
Well, the owners have actually called for help from whichever quarters that they can get to be able to ensure that they reclaim the land.
Okay.
So what's going to be the way forward for you? Did you want anything done from anyone at all?
Did I anything want? Do I want anything done for somebody? To be honest, there's nothing specific that can be done. The public cannot really do anything in this case.
Okay.
This has happened countless times, many times before in the past. If it's your land, it's your land. You cannot come and take me out of my land because you have the public, or because I brought boys from Nima. That's not going to change it. It's my property, it's my property. At the end of the day, it's as simple as that. I'm a 4th generation Ghanaian, a proud Ghanaian. So you want to come to my land and take it, there'll be consequences, of course. There'll be consequences.
All right, Kwame, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
I know this was at short notice.
I know
but I'm glad that you agreed to come speak with us. Thank you. So
thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
This has been said loud. We just spoke with Kwame. Kwame is the landowner of what we know as the skating park around Shiashi, which recently came into the news over concerns that the place had been closed down. Now he's giving us better and deeper understanding into what the situation is. My name is Eche Atisu. Thank you for joining us. Until another time, be kind to one another.
And when people started highlighting Sonina Ejuma and say Opamono, so there's that bitterness. So I see her as a Kokwa Nidoho to Nana Mama Brown.
Mommy, you can see my cotoso. Pepoga, send me sick from Lemonade Finance. While Brian did the shade and let me £2.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted a instant charges. Exchange waiting in Suya. Unbeatable. We should be promo code Dr. Like £10, $10, and $10 Canadian for the first transaction. With this Sunday cigar, download to Lemonade Finance.
Welcome to the Ghana ICT Hub, a partnership between MTN Ghana and the Government of Ghana through the Ministry of Communications and Digitization. MTN pledged to support Ghana's digitization agenda in line with its ambition to lead the delivery of digital solutions for Africa's progress. In fulfillment of this pledge, MTN Ghana has committed $25 million toward the realization of the Ghana ICT Hub project. The objectives of the Ghana ICT Hub project is anchored on the following: to create an ICT-enabled environment for human capital and ICT skills development, to develop an ICT ecosystem through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development, to provide a modern, state-of-the-art physical infrastructure to serve as a pillar for the digital Ghana agenda. The physical infrastructure, when completed, will provide 4,000 square meters of space with the following facilities: laboratories for technology training and research, innovation hub, co-working spaces for tech innovation startups, Tier 3 data center, conferencing facilities, offices and meeting rooms, commercial lettable spaces, gaming area, restaurant, ancillary facilities. The technology laboratories will be fitted with the next generation ICT equipment and applications to provide the youth of Ghana with practical training in Industry 4.0 technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, cloud computing, 3D printing, robotics, Internet of Things, IoT, advanced manufacturing techniques, cybersecurity, genetic engineering. The project also seeks to establish a complete ecosystem at the hub through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development. The ecosystem shall comprise of MDAs, technology companies, startups, incubators, research agencies, leading universities globally, foundations worldwide, to create a community. 1. The ecosystem community shall bridge the divide between academia and industry and provide solutions to challenges in the key sectors of health, agriculture, and educational sectors of the economy. 2. It shall also run an innovation program providing mentoring and networking for the youth in tech startups. 3. The ecosystem community shall establish an innovation fund to support startups, research agencies, and other entities in the ecosystem. MTN Ghana and the Ministry of Communications and Digitization are championing the Ghana Digital Agenda for Ghana's development. Welcome to the digital age.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Have a goodness rich in milk and butter in Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
Go Ghana! Are you struggling to pay your huge rent advance? Do you wish to pay your rent on monthly basis? Then good news is here. The government of Ghana has introduced the National Rental Assistance Scheme to help Ghanaians, especially the youth, pay for their rent on a monthly basis. To qualify, an applicant must show proof of the following minimum requirements. Be a Ghanaian, possess a valid Ghana card. You must be an adult of 18 years and above, have a verifiable employment or earned income. To apply, visit www.nras.gov.gh. The scheme is currently operational in the following regions: Greater Accra Region, Ashanti Region, Eastern Region, Western Region, Bono East Region, and the Northern Region. For further inquiries, contact 0551 341 515 or 0550 408 879. National Rental Assistance Scheme, making renting accessible for all. Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow. Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist cupcakes, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat.
Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy.
Oh, McBerry Twist cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today.
This advert is FDA approved.
If you do that to your partner, you literally hate him. You understand? You are his worst enemy.
Right there.
Paddles on GhanaWeb TV. Now, today's conversation is one that has really broken marriages, broken trust. And here, as we love to say, we love to spice up your relationship. So let's give you the ones and twos, things that you do in your marriage that can cause a separation or divorce, and if possible, avert it. So I have here with me, seated in my couch, Anastasia Okine. She is a content creator and the co-founder of Hey Girl. She is a foundation. Yeah, they are doing amazing. Later on, we're going to talk about that. Sure. So, Anas, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Great. And we've been sandwiched by the senior accounts manager of Benchmark Marketing, Victor Wellridge. Victor, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I love your gray hair.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Victor is married. Let me just add that too. But Anastasia and I will be doing the conversation. We're just taking a look at what will influence a wife or a husband to hide properties from their spouse. It's a big deal. It's a deal breaker for some people, and till date, it's caused a lot of separation. So we just want to find out, generally, if you say for better, for worse, a man will leave his home and join his wife, the two shall become one. Vic, I just want to find out, what will influence a man to say, okay, I have properties, but I don't want my wife to know about it. I'm keeping it. And until when do you even disclose your assets?
Right. All right. So thank you very much, Paula. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine.
Yeah. Yeah. So this particular topic is a very big deal when it comes to marriage. Not just marriage, even with friendships and people in relationships. You know, keeping things, coverting things, hiding things, secrets. Secrets are always a major topic in any relationship. That determines the make or break of it. So when somebody keeps a secret, with your phone, your password, it starts from there, you know, password issues. So in a relationship, I want to start from a certain angle. So when you're in a relationship and then you quarrel and argue about passwords, I don't know your password. Every week you change your password. I don't know, I want to know about it. I want to know why you're keeping passwords. And you argue about it, you argue about it, you argue about it. You even break up because of password. Somehow you come back and then one day you decide that let's marry. So you marry. Yet you still have the issue of password in your marriage. You send it into your marriage. What has happened is that you've not solved a problem that has the potential of escalating to something big, as we are discussing in this topic. Okay. Of you acquiring something and then keeping it from your partner. So if you have mastered the way and will to even keep passwords from your partner, then you can do the same with any other thing. All right? And you see, when you get to a point in your marriage where the marriage now is about convenience, you know, you are married because of the kids, of our one children. And I'm in this marriage because of my children, not you anymore. When the center of attention is not your partner anymore, then you don't see the need to now, you know, be responsible for them or be accountable to them.
Okay,
right?
so you not feeling the responsibility to be accountable to them leads one to hide properties or whatever it is from their partner.
Yes, it's one of the factors.
It's one of the factors.
It's there are so many other factors.
But let me ask you, you're married.
Yes.
Would you hide such a thing from your partner, or you are very open?
Well, I'm very, very open. If I will hide anything, then it could be for a good motive. It could be for a reason that maybe I want to buy her a particular car.
You save the good motive for now. Now let's play the devil's advocate. So as Vic described it as a secret, keeping a secret from your partner, I just want to find out from you, if you're married, are you going to declare all your assets to your husband?
So then my question will be, at what point did I acquire these assets, right? So did I acquire them before the marriage or within the marriage? Now, if it is before the marriage, I don't see the need to.
Okay.
Because the thing is that, what am I declaring these assets to you for? What is the end goal, right? Is it to where you come to participate in the sustenance of what I have had before I met you? What is that knowledge of use to you for? If it's not, then I don't see any reason. However, if we are at a certain point in our relationship where declaring it, it's just like, you've got yours, I've got mine. It really doesn't affect anything if whether I know it or not, okay, I'm just gonna say it, but that's just for saying sake, not to get any, contribution or some sort of, ownership or claiming from the partner. No, I'm not declaring my assets in a relationship that I acquired before the relationship, before the marriage is certified.
So that's the thing. We tend to keep things. I think our generation currently, we tend to keep things from our partners because the people we end up with are not deserving. If you are really in love with someone, if you really chose right, this is the person who is meant for you, this is the person you see building a future with, I don't see what will hinder you from being open to them. These are the people who see your nakedness, you're having a child with the person, for better, for worse, you sleep in the same bed. Like, I don't really, of course, it might be that maybe the person that you're marrying is selfish and you've seen certain characters, as Anas was saying, if you come clean and then we are good. But then I really don't understand when it's married, because you are married, of course, so how?
You see, something must always go wrong for you to change your character towards your partner, right? So you may have experienced or seen a certain recurring problem with the person, with your partner, and you realize that this guy is not changing. Perhaps he's selfish, all right? Okay. So if he's selfish with his things, then why don't you also be selfish with yours? Okay.
But the thing is, wouldn't you have recognized these signs in the premarital stage?
Yes, you have. That's why I mentioned the thing about passwords. You see, it starts from somewhere.
The signs are always when
you are
trivial. Dating, like that's not.
Yeah, some people literally break up because of toothpaste. You understand? And how their partner is not using it well. All right. Passwords are a big deal in certain relationships. Okay, you keep passwords. And I don't know why I can't pick your calls. I don't know why I can't know your password to know what's inside your phone.
All right.
And some people go to their bathrooms with their phones.
They're just busy.
I got stuff to do. I know.
So if you find out that your husband, let's not say you have decided, okay, maybe sometimes if you getting married and then you've acquired properties before the marriage, you love to keep it to yourself. But how would you feel if your partner, maybe of 10 years or 15 years, you find out that he's got a complex. This complex is making money for him and all that. And maybe you have a joint account and this joint account is where you spend money from. How would you feel would you say you've been betrayed if you find out that your partner had a huge edifice that is fetching him equal money that, he knew nothing about it?
So yeah, that's a problem. Because at this point, our agreements within this marriage is we are going to have a joint account. But then if that's the basis of our marriage, right, then to a certain degree, I would want to know, except we agreed on a specific amount. And so whichever way I'm bringing in that income, you don't need to know about it, right? But then if now you've got something elsewhere, and you still demand the same things of me per our marital agreement, I'm a woman, you're a man. What is the foundation of our marriage? Are we paying traditional gender roles here, right? Are we saying that you, the man, are the sole provider of the family we are creating for ourselves, such that to my underwear and everything is on you? And that is what a traditional marriage is. That is what we came to see growing up. I mean, within the context of traditional marriages with our parents and our grandparents and whatnot. Fortunately enough, it's not like that these days anymore. But if we are going that route, right, then I would want to know where else your money is coming from, because that is the agreement from the beginning. If it's not, then I don't care. Again, I'm a person is gonna, okay, so why are you hiding this sort of? But then was he intentionally hiding it? Such that when he sees me coming, he's trying to put stuff, somewhere else. That is just being malicious.
Let me just put it that there can we kaba but it's a thing that sometimes they tell women who are going to get married. Yeah. Now you are married, so I'll have to get your view on this. In a situation where you made mention that sometimes it's for the good purpose. So maybe for your 10th anniversary, you want to give a big gift to your partner, so then you are hiding this thing from the person. But in the case where you're going to get married and then your mom or your family tells you that, okay, you know, you are going to form a family, but you have to get something for the family. So then as a woman, she's thinking, I need to build a house for my mom, but I don't have to tell my partner. So you start the project, you buy the land, you start the project, you are building, and then your husband, it might be your money or odo, but then for your husband to find out that, okay, you are building a home or a house for your family and I knew nothing about it. I just want to know, are you obligated to tell the man that you are in the same house, the same room with that? This is the project I'm doing for my family. Maybe this is the project I'm doing for my sister. Or you say you move like that. Does that work? Oh, I'm just doing my thing. Does that work in marriage? Or once you come together, it should be a partnership?
Yes, absolutely. You see, once you're in a legal agreement with someone, unless maybe you just go and do the traditional, even the traditional thing is now legal. So once you're in a legal agreement with someone, whatever you do, whatever you acquire within that legal agreement, it's for both of you. So if the lady decides that I'm building a family house for her family, and she's doing that secretly, and I find out, sorry, I can take her to court. I can take her to court, and then the court will decide how that property will be distributed or shared. Definitely it won't go to her family. You understand? Because whatever it is, the resource that she's using to build that particular building would come from maybe the peace of mind I have given her at home. There's a certain stake, whether it is monetary or psychological. I have given her a certain peace of mind to be able to acquire wealth to build for her family. So I have a stake in there. Let me give you a story. So there was this banker who decided to divorce his wife of over 30 years of marriage for a younger lady. Then he decided to just let her go with nothing.
No compensation.
Nothing. You understand? And the lawyer for the lady, the woman who was basically facilitating the process, did some digging and discovered that this man on retirement had built a 5-bedroom apartment somewhere. The wife never knew all the period they were married, and he was planning to go and live there with his new bride. You understand? Once that was disclosed, it was tendered in the courts that this man has a property. Therefore, if he's leaving the wife, that property should be given to the wife. And he had another apartment or another building. So he can live in that and the new one given to the wife. So this man literally intentionally did not want to give anything to his wife. You understand? But it was discovered and the court took it for her because he acquired it whilst they were married.
They were married. And I said, it looks like you want to counter that.
Yeah, because the thing is, now I would want to ask, what was the basis of the divorce? He asked for the divorce, isn't it?
Yeah.
And why did he ask for a divorce? Because automatically when you ask for a divorce, as one partner in a relationship, you are 70% or some sort of percentage guaranteed to walk away with nothing from the marriage. Right? Now, if it's based on infidelity, that's where you have some sort of security that you are going to get something out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but this was not based on infidelity.
And the man wants to just bounce.
She did not, well, he said he doesn't have any property, doesn't own anything. That was his argument, right? Yet, he had built a 5-bedroom house. He wanted to go and live in with his new bride. So he was literally hiding it. So when it was discovered, the court took it for the wife.
Well, it's somebody's situation, but I think it's all these things that we have. But as a woman, what will make you suspicious that maybe my husband is hiding something? Because it all starts with the suspicion, and the people start digging and they realize that they have properties.
Right.
What are some of the signs?
What would be a sign? I feel like if you don't go looking for them, you will not find them, first of all. Now, if you go looking, it's probably, based on maybe they are trying to hide certain documents from you. You've seen certain text messages or you've heard something, I don't know. But personally, I would not go poke. If they don't find it, they don't think I'm worthy or I should know about what they are doing.
You're not going to push it.
I'm not going to push it, especially if I know that I have no contribution towards it. And if that's not how we operate in our marriage, I'm not going to push it. But then if I don't, I expect him also not to push it when he also recognizes that I'm also doing stuff aside.
Okay, so it all boils down to the agreement in the marriage. If you guys are like, okay, we are building properties, but then in the case when it's a loving relationship, you put your all into it. So those who put their all into it and find out that they've been cheated, they are the ones that, you know, it hurts most. But then if you're like, you know, we are there together.
But the thing is, even with the all also means that what are we operating by? Right? Like we said from the beginning, you are a hard-working woman, and I always feel for a lot of women, because in our setting, right, mostly women are the ones who are going to end up losing at the end of the day when it comes to a divorce. How many times have we seen men walking on the streets mad, and the reason for their mental whatever is because
heartbreak and all that? It happens, but then
compared to women, way more than women.
Okay, I have to do the research.
Way more than women.
No.
Okay.
See, if you just walk out there, counts all the men you see out there.
Maybe
they are more than women. And most of them, you see, the thing is, the emotional instability and emotional issues, women have the tendency to absorb and contain it better than men.
I think it's true. No, a lot of women enjoy a lot of things. It's true. In marriages, you have to go in there. You're thinking, oh, for the men, for the kids, for all that, and then the state. So that's why a lot of women end up.
Genetically,
and a lot of
women,
men even die before their wives. So many men die before their wives. Just look at.
But that's not because of emotional instability.
No, I'm just talking about. You see, women have a certain tenacity to hold things.
Because the society has made us done so.
Yes. So
as a woman.
So the woman has adapted to it. The man hasn't.
All right. So we can go on with that, but then I just want us to take a quick break. When we come back, the show continues. This is Moons and Candles on GhanaWeb TV. Now we are coming to you from Andy's Barber Studio here at the Legon City Mall. You can walk in anytime from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. And the services here are amazing. They have haircut here, braiding for the ladies and the gents. They even have dread. You can come in for your braiding. They do facials and they do pedicure. Walk-in is a conducive place. You can sit, you can chat, you can bring your boyfriends, your girlfriends and all that. So for the women, you can bring your man whilst he's getting a haircut and you're getting braids. They are absolutely good. So you pass by Andy's Barber Studio here at the Legon City Mall for all the amazing services. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going back and forth with it and all that. But then I just want to create a scenario. Recently, there was this story in the news where a woman who is married, they have a kid, right? There's another child on the way, but the man is looking for separation, which might lead to divorce. Simply put, he realized that his wife was hiding a property, like, you know, apartment where fetches her money, rent, and then she's got other cars where she used for this Uber, boats, stuff like that. And then with all this, the husband never knew. Now, what is more painful is that this woman earns more than the man in salary, right? He had no idea about it. So he's earning like something less than 5,000 to this monthly. He gives the woman half of that. And you know she has all these properties that can fetch her money. And then she also makes demands, okay, I want a phone. If he doesn't get it, then she's pissed. So when the man found out that this was what his wife was doing, he's like, this is the death of me. Now the marriage is on the verge of the collapse, and then the woman is like, oh, she will do better. She's going to change the name into their name, and then she did that because she wanted to secure property for the family. That is one of the biggest reasons that people give. Now I want to find out from you and us, what the woman did, is it justifiable? And then moving forward, she wants to save her marriage. She's opted that, okay, fine, at this moment I'm willing to change into it. Just I messed up. That is what she's saying, just to save her marriage. Do you, from a woman's perspective, do you think what the woman did, the circumstances, the situation at home, and how she handled the issue, milking the husband, while she could easily afford all those things, was it right? Was it the best thing she could have done?
I think what's at play here is a sense of morality and legality, right? So I feel like in a situation like this, we can't judge right and wrong. A lot of people don't base of right and wrong of morals. It's based on the law, right? In this sense, who is this woman? I think she's very malicious and whatever, vicious, wicked, whatever the word is in the books. However, I don't think because it looks like the trajectory of their relationship, the man was the provider.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. Which had been agreed. That's how come he never had a problem with it from the beginning. What she's done with her money. So what if she wasn't building or acquiring assets with the money? What if she was just spending the money anyhow she wanted? What if there was no substantial evidence of that money she's acquired over all those years and such a thing never came out? Would that have been a problem? I feel like the man is being overly emotional.
So wait, if you were the husband and then you found out this was what your husband was doing, how would you handle it? Will you feel like, okay, your husband is being, acting also emotional?
My thing is, over all these years, has he ever inquired about how much she earns?
As far as is your word, you tell me, okay.
Exactly. So that means that in this marriage, to him, how much she earned or whatever she was bringing to the house had never been a problem. Why is it a problem now? The fact that I used this to acquire something? Does that make sense?
Well,
it was never a problem, was it? How much I was earning, what I was using my money for was never a problem, right?
But then it is a problem when it becomes marriage, because we are in this together. We are building a family. If you in debt, if you have a debt, two people have to come together and in marriage, right? It is not your problem, as you say. Once you're married, your problem is my problem. My joy is your joy. Yeah. So in such a situation, the man is wanting out. The woman is saying, "Oh, I'm going to change the name and all that." Think if you ever find yourself in that situation, what would you do? Are you going to opt for a divorce? Are you going to leave? And how is even your trust going? How are you going to regain your trust in your wife?
You see, this situation is very, very serious, but at the same time has a certain moral lesson for everybody to learn. The seriousness of the matter is this: what if the man had died, maybe a natural death, before knowing all of this? It would have been wasted efforts by the lady, since she said she was doing all this for the family, right?
For her family.
For her family, not her nuclear family, her extended family.
For her, yeah.
It even makes the situation even worse. You understand? It makes it worse. It explains the fact that she did not have the man in mind, and you said the man is malicious, but I think
the woman is malicious.
Yes, I mean, exactly. So
but legally, she's not.
She still is. You see, the fact is, if you do that to your partner, you literally hate him. You understand? You are his worst enemy. He's actually living with his worst enemy without knowing. You understand? She might have good intention for her family, her extended family. They are happy she's doing it for them, right? But her nuclear family is suffering as a result of that. And the man whom she claims she is one with is the one most suffering from all of this thing. And that makes her very, very evil. You understand? And one hero can be a villain to another person. That's the kind of role she's playing now. She's a hero to her extended family, but she's a villain to her husband. So the fact is that if I were the husband and I realize this, obviously I'll take her to court. I'll take her to court. This is not the time to change name and all that. If I had died, you would still have gone on with the properties and all that, and it would have been in the name of your extended family. What is worse is, what if she dies? How would the children or the child living also benefit from those things? We've had situations where extended families would throw out children from their parents' homes and all that. Has she thought of all of this? I would have taken her to court, and then we will take that property back. And once we take it back, or we split it, I'll take my share out of that and do whatever I want to do with it. Because definitely my money has been part of that building.
Now, before we wrap up this conversation, your advice to couples, who find themselves in this situation, whether to leave or to stay, or whether to get a plan B or not to get plan B, generally. I'm going to start with you.
Well, for me, before you get to that end, before you get there, I will advise that first off, try and solve the problem of trust. All right? Start with the little things, from the password, from the phone issues, from the gossip issues, from the secret issues. You know, the more you open and then you disclose yourself, because of self-disclosure. So if both of you expose yourselves to what can you tell me about the deep things about yourself? What can I tell you about the deep things about myself, my fears, my worries, and all those? If you're able to have that self-disclosure going, the more we do that, the more the trust is built. Okay. And so if you decide to take any action in future, you definitely will put a thought to what I would think about it before you even take any action. Okay. And moreover, let's be good to our partners so that when they are doing something, they will have us in mind and it will be in a good way.
So be good to your partner, then they also include you in their plans.
Yeah.
And as your final words?
Well, I think communication would really have to be key. I mean, do whatever you can to know the person you're about to settle with if you decide to take that step, right? Also for women, please know the law. Don't leave the nuances of, you know, I love him so much, whatever. Love is not, I always say love is not blind. Love enlightens you. It's only people who think love is blind that when things are going on, you know, when bad things are going on in the relationship, they don't see them. Like you don't pay attention to your partner anymore to an extent that you don't see that things are worrying them. That is love being blind. That's not healthy love. You want to build a healthy life, and that's based on, or the foundations has to be effective communication, transparency. Do not settle for what you know that you don't like just because you want to be in a marriage or you want to be in a relationship. Then 5 years, 10 years down the line, you've got problems with it, and this person is understanding you. You were okay with it like 5 years ago or 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden you want to change the rules. Be truthful with yourself. Be transparent in this relationship. Make sure that you know this person well enough. If you cannot be that secured, know the law, know what happens if always be prepared for the worst, I think. Okay. I mean, pray and whatever, but also know that things could go wrong. Great. And be prepared for it.
All right. So to wrap up, I'll just say this few words. Life is simple, life is short, things are not complicated. And once you enter into a marriage, know the rules that govern that institution. Mm-hmm. If you are not willing to be open, to be transparent, to share your properties, then I don't think marriage is for you. Because if I'm bringing in my all and then you want to play smart and then my trust is broken, that's how a lot of women end up, being heartbroken. They're on the streets and they look very miserable. Marriage is simple. You have to be open to your partner. And if you think this person is not deserving to know your properties, to know the things you've acquired, then they are not the right person. It's better you wait until when you are free and when you are okay, you trust in a human, then you can say you are getting married. So please, don't enter into marriage and then you are playing your cards like, oh, I'm doing this alone. It's for better, for worse. The two shall become one. Yeah, so we did today's conversation. We had it here at the Andy's Barber Studio, located at the Legon City Mall. When you walk in here, you get great haircut. Now, so if you're a guy, you want to look good, I don't know, for that big date, for that big cut, you want to make a bold statement, I say that you come to Andy's Barber Studio here at the Legon City Mall. They have pedicure, they do facials, they do braiding for my ladies too, so you can walk in anytime. So I did this with Anastasia Okai. She's a content creator and the co-founder of Hey Girl Foundation, and then Victor Wellrich. Yes, Victor, he is the senior accounts manager at Benchmark Marketing. Thank you very much, guys, for coming. I just want to put out your social media handle if you want to reach out to you.
Yeah, at Victor Wellrich.
Wellrich, across all social. Yeah. And as you?
Yeah, Anasika_anymore.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back with another exciting conversation here on Bones and Cuddles. I am Paula Amabuni. Thank you very much and see you on the next episode.
and quite be I want to be a man in quite baby.
Mommy, you fish can see about Kotoso. Pepoga, send me Sika from Lemonade Finance. While Brian did the shade and left me £10.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they're sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted a instant charges. I think waiting in so unbeatable. We should be promo code Dr. Like £10, $10 and $10 CAD for the first transaction. What is this download to Lemonade Finance.
Welcome to the Ghana ICT Hub, a partnership between MTN Ghana and the Government of Ghana through the Ministry of Communications and Digitization. MTN pledged to support Ghana's digitization agenda in line with its ambition to lead the delivery of digital solutions for Africa's progress. In fulfillment of this pledge, MTN Ghana has committed $25 million toward the realization of the Ghana ICT Hub project. The objectives of the Ghana ICT Hub project is anchored on the following: to create an ICT-enabled environment for human capital and ICT skills development, to develop an ICT ecosystem through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development, to provide a modern, state-of-the-art physical infrastructure to serve as a pillar for the digital Ghana agenda. The physical infrastructure, when completed, will provide 4,000 square meters of space with the following facilities: laboratories for technology training and research, innovation hub, co-working spaces for tech innovation startups, Tier 3 data center, conferencing facilities, offices and meeting rooms, commercial lettable spaces, gaming area, restaurant, ancillary facilities. The technology laboratories will be fitted with the next generation ICT equipment and applications to provide the youth of Ghana with practical training in Industry 4.0 technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, cloud computing, 3D printing, robotics, Internet of Things, IoT, advanced manufacturing techniques, cybersecurity, genetic engineering. The project also seeks to establish a complete ecosystem at the hub through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development. The ecosystem shall comprise of MDAs, technology companies, startups, incubators, research agencies, leading universities globally, foundations worldwide, to create a community. 1. The ecosystem community shall bridge the divide between academia and industry and provide solutions to challenges in the key sectors of health, agriculture, and educational sectors of the economy. 2. It shall also run an innovation program providing mentoring and networking for the youth in tech startups. 3. The ecosystem community shall establish an innovation fund to support startups, research agencies, and other entities in the ecosystem. MTN Ghana and the Ministry of Communications and Digitization are championing the Ghana digital agenda for Ghana's development. Welcome to the digital age.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Alpha goodness rich in milk and butter in Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
Go Ghana! Are you struggling to pay your huge rent advance? Do you wish to pay your rent on monthly basis? Then good news is here. The government of Ghana has introduced the National Rental Assistance Scheme to help Ghanaians, especially the youth, pay for their rent on a monthly basis. To qualify, an applicant must show proof of the following minimum requirements: be a Ghanaian, possess a valid Ghana card, you must be an adult of 18 years and above, have a verifiable employment or earned income. To apply, visit www.nras.gov.gh. The scheme is currently operational in the following regions: Greater Accra Region, Ashanti Region, Eastern Region, Western Region, Bono East Region, and the Northern Region. For further inquiries, contact 0551 341 515 or 0550 408 879. National Rental Assistance Scheme, making renting accessible for all. Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow. Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist Cupcake, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat.
Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy.
Oh, McBerry Twist Cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today.
This advert is FDA approved.
And when people start highlighting so and say opamono, so there's that bitterness. So I see her as a kokwa nyidoho to Nana Mama Brown.
It's good to be back again. Hello, thanks for joining us for yet another episode of eForum on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa. We are seated for yet another riveting conversation. And you want to be breka. Ebedi Mark Brown and Sally Honkomo. Joining me on the show today is Ambassador Romeo. Ambassador Romeo is an event organizer, artist manager, also grooming Miss Ghana. And I say if you want to win a beauty pageant, he is able to groom you to become a beauty queen. Name them, all the beauty queens. He's been grooming them. Romeo, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And then I say Martinez is an event, he's an entertainment pundit and then a producer, movie producer, and a Madudoku. I'm a fan. Martinez, very fine.
Rather the more
you say a man adao because of voice, you know, a guy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm driving, will be kind, and I'm be driving. We're listening to hits. Oh, there be Romeo. No one Okay, so quickly, let's talk about Nana Mama Brown and Sally. So let me give a bit of a background. Actually, Crown is a bit to just say Sally, no, Nana Mama Brown, Juma or Mac Brown's Kitchen. And you can share previous episodes of Mac Brown's Kitchen, Obehu Saliman Frempong Idin or as a producer. And he and then go for say now they be because so or me or Montemuti Yentina Sally as a crana or come Mac Brown as a man. And no the yomu wasem. But in Kofo Casa and Como El Coso. Zion Felix and Sally Eco Chicken Como. Esan say na or say Sally Aka and Cindy. Ama a Mac Brown. Ama Mac Brown supporters. But they are coming at Sally. I just almost did Sally at 10 home croniba. Emma according to Zion, Kofo say Sally on Fanya war. Na Sally so my response say. Omunko celebrity no mudinechino or no se wa ngo natural birth na ono Sally no so kra no ma a omo ho ofe na nya afre no obeka ne ma ho nsem ene nsem de bebre afre kra de o se Zion nyansa ndi nyansa woni bi because obusa no senseless question no so ma no senseless response na watutu jana obuso atutu or say some musicians, or say one musician and one actress, or more fans and or more delusional. Say, Moody, the end cry no moody actually. Say, Mu Pushina, or Babodi, or better to fire. A few crowns or say, what to challenge, say, Samopa, Nipana, Mudinachi, Amoyen, yo, now Mudinachi, most mountain Hujano. Samose or no Sally, Wafen Ru, Sana Moka, or say, will be the train, or no, say, Ubi a what targeting say, oh, coffee for unro bonena na fe wo to fire. Or some pa, nipa na mudi na chino. Yanko kolebu, yanko 37 military hospital, ni yanko test, drug test, ni yanko omumu die offer drugs. And send me the baby. Amount for say send your workers and I say oh bibitia McBrown. Confirm say oh, what can I be? Because say the nkofuni no a lioness. What can I be na fan? Unim Salia. Or event management, any protocol, and who near mana or na Fiwasai entertainment pandit. Nanama McBrown, TV host, and or sign and so actress. Meaning, said when formatting, say me, baby, you have a job in common course na movie Eddie Abana, Eddie Hong Como. Oti and out in say, na said the Ebruno so, only say, Mamesha say if you room here.
Yeah, Brant here.
Yeah,
which you have your phone now.
Omojoso.
The original Saliman, I mean, no, or your Papa B. He's known for photography, like way back in the US. Intimate Saliman, no. Nam Fisa, Nyansa Simbiana, Nyansa DB Fisa, Bia or Abba. But it looks like she's bitter about the progress of people. More likely a fellow woman. Mintias, yes, a fellow woman, like bet dedicating a whole life. Say, or betting on someone's success at the genie, and that's what I see her doing. Because until recently, we attacking known celebrities, no could be an.
Oh, or shall I say, actually, some flex show so. Main Kramika xylophone. I'm not too sure about
you see
Class FM, but
no
Pleasant. So yeah,
you see, maybe I only mileage, you know. But then you would have to feed on other people's maybe I say their breakthroughs just to fester your popularity, and that's what I see her doing. Yeah, me do honest. I see. We all come to the table with this woman empowerment crap. But when a woman rises, then another woman will try pulling her down. Me dream I try to like what would be the reason? And when people started highlighting so Juma and say Opamono, so there's that bitterness. So I see her as a Kokwa Nidoho to Nana Mama Brown. As Kokwa Nidoho is to the NDC.
You bet my baso on once in a jay.
No. Who says, oh, be a bitterness in you, but Nipana Pamo often say you are too big to be sacked. It is Yaono, because all the conversations are Onya, nothing dragged in Naname's name. Or no try, no accepting the questions, no money answers. I
mean, say, baby, I be a start free, not Enko McBrown style of hosting. Emma Obekebi, McBrown, senior or hosting. And I was in a knee home. Emma Empo Bo McBrown Abaso said, Basse, ye treaty husband only year because I couldn't fear that McBrown never allow anybody to serve the husband food. At least there is a positive side.
Around here, there are things education can never give you. When you're a nature and nurture dichotomy, nature no, what the war no. What I say, and nature no, dear. Ocean, Ubit and a communal influence school near my baby bit my change, but Nanamadian inborn. And now, Yajinatum, regardless of style or no say on panel, majority of Ghanaians they've proven over the years and say Nanama is the Oprah Winfrey of modern day TV show. This is the first night I wore and it's a Eskimo. What's a seasonal?
Yeah.
For me, I feel that will be season bar. Yeah, celebrating the panel. Just for other people to also mold themselves. Also season draw, grabby. People like a friend, Lady Belamundi, they are still within their comfort zone. Once Belamundi share a tree person be but she was vested in the Queen's language.
Yeah.
I want the power head a war. None of brown people downplay intelligence, thinking say one go school. But sometimes you're an hour of how she expresses herself in English. And now the command over the film say there what me navigate with those languages within a program to make it appealing. It deserves some kind of applause. This obi it's in the no say just for the mere fact say yes obi our opinion to because the oya na nyame fine, but majority but it should have ended there. But trying to go personal say me dem I want natural maybe mu dem it doesn't make sense because
but fans were coming at her say on
fans social media now the person is not engaging you personally and they say fans be provoke you if you're mature and you're sensible you pry on the sensitivity of that comment in terms of affecting another woman. Say fan be a McBrown fan. Ebia or pokey issue just for you to steal. And she has proven say our sardine can say Adrian. Because obi an adwum ya ha and obe based on fans comments attack a fellow woman with a war. You know how sensitive it is to touch on people's issues concerning their friends and childbirth.
How sensitive?
And then you go like, media me will naturally, remember, like, obi or one ubio, banya cry be if in wide abba. And we thank God for that. Say, Senka, said be quiet or your bonina when you be cried, yeah, and then Kabia, you be doing but in this scenario, I feel she's not even woman enough. And you'll be a can own you. I feel say, someone checking. Me, I'm one of those America says so I know BBO and they be as a hypena, then they were rantia no a copy baby adano. And over the time, oh yeah, Nippon all my response, you're not getting the attention.
Or say McBrown a hypocrite because Oceana I say, oh she see and tell but behind closed doors on the bloggers she say oh me any show
Abrantia UTBB. Onse Nana McBrown ofifie. Is all her experience in life. I'm not assuming a PR or spokesperson position this day.
Okay.
But we've all witnessed her growth. And it's only pure admiration, say, what will nipan be of him? Ni hustling at off him. But who feel Bibi Muna say, do a being Grafia Bibi, I will say, tell you a film. And ignoring the act of ignoring people, especially when they held a damning comments about you, what you say now ignore ma. It highlights your pedigree of maturity, and that is what she has achieved. One say, "Oh, obi did you not say fina?" Now I say, "Nipano like odi yao," because of just a reply to go on. Nipano feel so. Just be sensible enough to drop it.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow. Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist cupcakes, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat.
Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy.
Oh, McBerry Twist cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today.
This advert is FDA approved.
Martinez.
Boss.
Issue who is saying?
That's my main chair because I new production team and remember Romeo and Alfonso.
Romeo Hiti.
Yeah, most were Hiti. I was on money so. So
no, I didn't get any.
Yes, Buffalo issue and okay, so sometimes they are not sad when things go like this. But I mean, we are not sure from a perspective, say what actually has triggered what is going on, and I say the confusion now causing. I didn't pan the problem because so we are not omuye juma a boom, maybe a trim all of a sudden I say they are not, you know, vibing like they used to.
Sort of friction, tension, some rift.
Some way. And for me, I agree with you. Say their fans need be a year, you know, and I probably provoke Sally. A more hard in quotes to Ononebia or hard or Canadian. But the receiver no feels no, this is a statement that I am very hard. And sometimes, you know, I don't blame commentators, you know, on radio or pundits that much, but I blame the fans of these icons, the fans of these celebrities, the fans of these people. Yes, die-hard fans were. Those kind of fans, you know, no matter how powerful, they are solidly behind you.
The loyal fans.
I know all. You get it. And as a fan, as a celebrity, say, why are you careful? No one control some of these people. They may lead communication around you, you know, to go very bad. Because pundits there, you say it as you feel. Just that you have to be balanced. You get it? Pandit is not scared to spew anything. Just that you have to manage the situation. Said ya won't call hurty feelings. But fun of what says her. That's the question. I have been on shows with Sally and background as a bar, like what can I defend the background? Especially when Crawford accusing the say Wakoya 72 earlier. Yes, she defended her. So Wakoya, and you Usika. And besides, will be our right to do what he or she feels to do if it's not against the laws of our land. So, and that was the stand of take here. So especially when they be our challenge me or
baby.
A lot of people would love to do some touches. Maybe I'm not you. It is a platform that I maybe Jana will say you feel you want to tackle that challenge. You might do that, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a fire or more fire background. But along the line, you're sort to say the same thing. For me, I think so whatever is between them, it will be better for them to solve it. Because obey or not. And yeah, they're very trouble. They know how to go about their lifestyle. They know what is between them. About the son of Nobu Juba way back. And they always never say. Whatever be the problem, though, they can solve it. And for me, I believe, say, Mark Brown, like I said, the brand or pet responded to criticism and I say issues to another office, maybe are relevant. And I like it that way. You get it. You can't force a person to come and address or respond. If someone feels say, I'll be address here, why not? She has a right, she has the freedom to do it because you're under the brand. But here's the case, sometimes when you are not careful, some fans will provoke you for you to say they may be because that wasn't the intention. I remember as I called the issues about regarding the collaboration with Bob Marley. Projects the family day and feature also. People were like, oh, Sharabia or Sharap, why you good of this? So I mean the sacred song like this was said, and we even heard what Black Rasta said about that collaboration. And I defended Sarkodie on any platform I went. Say, look, why BBC? Why are we always like this? Everything be opportunity be we have to criticize and condemn and be judgmental. Oh, lies where you say fair enough. Well, criticism. I mean, you need to critique. Well, constructive analysis is fair. But when you stand on your friend is authoritative ground, be judgmental, so or disagree or you make a wrong move, and you say they be a kind of Nigeria and they will support their own. And when I took that stand, I read some of the comments that came against me, and I could see clearly say, almost yet sack for almost yet the other house, no. So say we are SM, and you know if you are a company, I realized that every sack fan BR was supporting me. Against me, probably my BSM fan. You get it. And view I wasn't, negative or I didn't attack anybody. So it might be said Sally also expressing her views and her feelings, And people start taking it very personal and they are attacking Sally. And Basa, also they say, but attacking the panel. Now, if you are getting personal with me, okay, Momoka say a tremendo, Sally Panochronopo, I say, then it becomes a personal attack to that person as well. And then the person also gets angry or disappointed in you. But as a pundit, if you are wondering out there, that is also according to your friend said, Shatawale Lady Benna Boy talk about sorry. Or making comment about your friend said, Benna Boy, Nigerians came at Shatter. It's a basana, Emma, if you are not careful, Emma or Bufuma can say more. Now, if you are going to say, now you are taking it personally to the party doorsteps. And do the CCCR. And for me, I believe that, whatever being the case, if they resolve and iron it, it will be fine. Say, your friend is saying, Uncle, found a catcher Sally, so Uncle, that yes, we must address Sally issue with regards to India, the kind of saying, way. But the followers also, we cannot build the industry without also oriented fans, like they need to understand the work of a pundit, like Arnold. That is how on those Shatawale issues, you make a comment, and people, you go on social media, and people start follow in a different perspective, and make use, useless to the extent that if you are not careful, you will come harder the next time. Okay. Confusion will be there. There are two adults. Whatever being the issue, Mega Trevor about Sally say, Ajo Brown, Ultra Bibia, so said about Brown also. I mean, that is also a step in the right direction. Whatever be the case, Sally should cease fire and we can move on.
Okay. Romeo, let's do this in under 30 seconds.
Yeah, around here. Me say, me my brand management and come man restraining order. Because the intini brand on responded onini fracas bia, and if Martinez is making an excuse, say fan, it me ignite that kind of flame, so it calls for personal attack of the individual. Then I think it's unfortunate.
No, one can say it calls for a bit out of anger.
No, that has been the reason.
No, but if you say or can say it calls for, and I say so far as a fan, that can be
okay. But me, my issue here is that, as a pundit and as analyst, our war platform, you are supposed to think differently from fans. You know how social media commentators react. So you don't kowtow to their baiting of insult and attack. To then at the end of the day create situations for yourself. Say lidar issue be bad. You are not going to get the one who commented as an excuse for your loose talk and so you are supposed to be you are in the limelight. Unse comments neighbor no. You fans na say social media commentators you home comments no. And you won't because una limelight na spotlight na there. So you would have to be cultured in your delivery. Me, I don't have a problem with criticizing someone. You criticize sometimes over to me. You are here. Sometimes criticizing Shatawale all out. Sometimes me defending no. Because I'm not supposed to be static. I'm not robotic. Who are applauding no. But this is not criticism. This is not a sort of analyzing someone's work and a pure attack. And it's uncalled for. Even you don't need a professional to tell you say it's nothing close to criticism. And I say review and a personal attack. Straight.
Okay.
So Abrante, before I go quick one.
Quick.
We cannot downplay the influence of the fans in situations like this.
Yes, accepted.
I'm trying to say this.
Agreed.
To say you address issues pertaining to the industry. You don't have any hard feeling. But if care is not taken, you might read certain comments on social media, or you might hear people say stuff about you because one person a certain comment on maybe their favorite person.
That is why you're supposed to be a leader. When you're in this seat, you should develop a tough skin.
What I'm saying is, almost follow these people. They should also try and understand before taking action. Because look, if you undermine the work of a pundit, then we are going nowhere. Say eko here, and I say eko in favor of your house. You accept it. But I'll go in favor of your house, then you come hard without actually understanding why the person said so. That is maybe.
You see, I'm not sure, sir. I'm not sure right here. I'm not cutting him. But no,
on a different platform. As I'm not because you have a die-hard fan. Maybe a deep part of one team see.
But it shouldn't cost me. It shouldn't cost me because of that fan comment. Come and attack you personally.
No,
it shouldn't be.
What I'm saying is, you should also understand that the pundits also, and I said that personally,
also feelings.
Maybe tribunal.
So why not direct the attack to the fan?
Why?
There are certain commenters also make here, and as a response to the bar is directed to the fans, but it still assumes all the side part because Obika say. Your friend is saying Romeo, wow, say I walk say far maybe Shatawale ho. Okra na mountain order. Okra why you say Sebi Krasini free when you might read and probably overlook them. But who comment we be hit so hard to the extent say you feel like responding and you go like the partner watch as say this maybe on crime na be man say. Okay. Beginning that you watch you, but these are comments and I say provocations are am enter the say what about being, yes, we say this in our view,
no, regardless, we will have to be mature. No, you see, the intention is that
we are shaping the industry now. We cannot only talk about what we can say on radio, so and also what platform to speak.
So let's also encourage criticism, like constructive criticisms. Avoid devoid of reference and devoid of personal attacks, insults. What do you can't say me say of your war and brown because of the fan behind I can't. As a mature woman, you're a woman for the start. You're a woman for a start. So you should know how sensitive it is when you have to child.
Now you're also attacking that same. You see, you are trying to solve the problem. You are trying to correct, but you are also attacking now.
I'm not attacking. I'm saying as it is. I'm criticizing the act.
You don't mean bad.
Yeah.
Oh, just say you can be there with you. And also to be a handle the sea. How about Obi so far to say the outcome is an insult? And that's also an attack to that person. No, super to raise insults. Even to your family, to the extent that your family get affected. Now you come back trying to address.
So if I say to you, you say to me, I don't have a problem.
So you see,
but the politics in the baby, own fee, and then fund response, and you go back to insult the person. It's not justifiable. What do you mean
how do you identify
justifiable?
so be
What do you mean? Come on.
Obvious.
What I say? Obi
you can't. In the line of panditry, sometimes based on the emotions out of the castle.
Yeah.
You can say you are being personal. I don't want to say, but you are addressing the matter based on how you
no, but Saliman's comments, no, you don't need a prophet to do this interpretation.
Okay, right.
There are instances I will defend it.
Yeah.
How about that?
Exactly.
Romeo, how about that?
Because negative comments is what sells.
I'm not defending
yeah, I mean, I get your point. I get the point the two of you are making.
Commodity now.
So,
numbers. And this is not fair. It's the Bible.
I can tell you
this is the world we are in.
Sally don't need to insult my brown to get numbers.
But she's doing it, and it's working for her. What are you saying? She's insulting my brown to get numbers.
I got you. And to say, okay, say maybe if you are part of the management, Ube release
also basically
because it's becoming too much.
Until my grandma to me, Gage, Sally, when she feel like, between the two of them, we don't know exactly what has happened.
So until then, what pertains within the space is what we also talk about.
Whatever between the two of them, they can solve it. But in all, let's also look at how fans react to comments from people.
You can't control the fans looking at what you said. So you would have to be mature enough to control what you churn out.
Thank you, gentlemen. So it looks like in on this note. Let's take a quick break. Thank you for watching this episode of E-Forum on GhanaWeb TV. Thanks to my crew, Mr. Jaho, on this very one, Francis, and then Hazel, and to other people who will be doing the editing. Yeah, we'll meet again some other time with yet another riveting conversation. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa.